नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं अमिताभ और आप मेरे साथ देख रहे हैं एड टॉक्स विद अमिताभ। और जैसा कि हमने वायदा किया है कि हम हर शो में एक ऐसी शख्सियत को लेके आएंगे जिसकी प्रेजेंस, जिसके एक्सपीरियंस को जान के हम इंस्पायर भी होंगे, उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा और वर्तमान माहौल में हमें पॉजिटिव रहने में एक दिशा भी मिलेगी। और इसी कड़ी में we are very pleased that we have our first overseas guest straight from Abu Dhabi connecting to us in our studio, and that is none other than Anita Singh ji, academic head of Shining Star International School in Abu Dhabi. She's there with us, but then, friends, when we talk about her, before I invite her, she's there right now in our virtual studio, ready to join us. Uh, अक्सर हम लोग सोचते हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में कि अगर हमारी एज 30-35 साल की हो गई, काफी समय से हमने पारिवारिक जिम्मेदारियों को लेकर के रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऑफ द फैमिली वर आर प्रायोरिटी, फैमिली सर्कमस्टांसेस वर सच that we could not start our professional journey at the time when we think is the right time. And by the time we reach 35, हमें लगता है कि we have missed the bus. Friends, Anita Singh ji, coming from a small town in West Bengal, Asansol. And from there, she started her journey as a mother to her children, wife to her husband, family member, bearing all the responsibilities. And by the time she reached the age 35, she realized that it's time to look within self and contribute to the larger cause of society, because by the time she has achieved the necessities and the balances or whatever her reasons be, we will get to know from her. So without any further delay, I'm inviting Anita Singh ji from Abu Dhabi connecting to us. Welcome to our show, Ed Talks with Amitabh, Anita ji, and thank you for agreeing to be part of our show today.
Thank you, Mr. Amitabh. Good afternoon, Vanakkam, Namaskar to everyone who's there. And it's a pleasure to be here on your show today, Mr. Amitabh. I watched your previous episodes and they were very insightful. So I thought it's an opportunity God sent that I'm able to be a part of it. So thank you
so
for
much.
inviting me to be a part of the show. It's wonderful
Thank you
to be
so
here.
much, and for appreciating the previous episodes. Being a psychologist by profession, and that is what goes in my veins. So this show also tries to, in a subtle way, take the the life and experiences of people. क्योंकि हम लोग डेटा और स्टैटिस्टिक्स पे काफी बात करते हैं, लेकिन फैक्ट ऑफ लाइफ इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर पीपल टू अंडरस्टैंड। और इस शो में हम कोशिश करते हैं कि हम अपने जीवन के अनुभव, हमारे गेस्ट के जीवन के अनुभवों को हम लोगों तक लेके जाएं और उसी में उनका जो प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल जर्नी रही है, दैट बिकम्स अ गाइडलाइन फॉर मेनी टू फॉलो। So, with your permission, can we start our interaction?
Sure, Mr. Amitabh, please. It's wonderful. And I would just like to add on, I think we've become too data oriented.
Right.
That human touch has started to go amiss.
Absolutely.
And this pandemic, I think, is giving us that we need to get back again the human touch in everything that we do.
Absolutely. In fact, this pandemic, though we are talking the terminology of social distancing, but I think it is just about physical distancing. हम लोग technology को use करके पहले से ज़्यादा एक दूसरे से connect कर रहे हैं. We are connecting much more with people than what we used to connect, of course, with the usage of technology.
True, very true, very true.
Now, this brings me, because you are our first overseas guest on our show. So I would like to have
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all ours. Now, how are things there in UAE? How are we all are seeing things in news, but then what is your experience there about the current lockdown situation, Corona and COVID?
See, we do have the lockdown system over here, and we are having a disinfection program going on. So there's a complete lockdown at that point of time.
Okay.
It starts at around last week we had it from 8 p.m. to morning 6 a.m.
Okay.
And then now it has been shifted from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day.
Right, right,
And apart from that, the malls are closed.
right,
Only the bare essentials in the pharmacies, they are open.
right.
But now, keeping the holy month of Ramadan
Mhm.
in mind, they have agreed and opened up few areas, so that people can do what they need to do regarding it. But of
Right,
course, everything else is under lockdown. People are all following the procedures, the protocols that
right,
have to be followed.
right.
And on the same note, that I will say is that even all the schools are closed except for the principals and the vice principals in school, because
Okay,
they are in touch with the Ministry of Education, and
right,
we need to be there, for to give them, provide them with any kind of support that they need as a school,
right,
because the government, the ADEC, that is the Abu Dhabi Education and Knowledge Council, they
right,
are very supportive that way, that they are keeping a close eye on the way things are moving.
right,
And I would also like to highlight the fact that they took the data from us regarding the connectivity and the tabs, the devices, which
right,
some parents may not be having with them. And
right.
then getting that data, they have provided us with some devices. They
Okay,
have provided us with the connectivity devices, the
okay,
routers,
okay,
so that
okay.
we could give it to the parents, and that education does not stop in any way.
So there also education is a major focus there. Even here, government is constantly, appealing that online classes to be provided to everyone, and there are a lot of almost every possible school, all schools with good vision have started online classes. I'm sure it is the same scenario there also.
Yes, yes. We started with our session was supposed to start as per the academic calendar on the 13th of April.
Ji.
So we started bang on 13th of April. We were having our remedial classes going on for the grade 10 and 12, the board classes.
Okay.
From March 2nd, we were having it
Right.
for them.
Okay.
Then we started our school bang on, and the classes are going on very well. Touch wood, by
That,
God's grace.
that's so good to hear, so heartening to hear. Now, before we get into your professional side of your life, your when I was doing homework on your life and times and trying to work on, when I was recommended that you could be one of the very appropriate person to have on our show, and what something that struck me the most, it's a journey which was a delayed journey. आपका जो प्रोफेशनल सफर है वो थोड़ा सा बाय नॉर्मल स्टैंडर्ड्स काफी लेट शुरू हुआ। आपने करियर
Yes.
एज ए करियर वुमन आपने लगभग अराउंड 34-35 इयर्स की एज में आपने स्टेप इन किया, और
Hanji.
विद इन अ वेरी शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ टाइम यू हैव covered a journey, और आप सात समुंदर पार भी चले गए, and you are right now I'm talking to you from Abu Dhabi, then in India. So in this journey, I would like, because हमारे यहाँ बहुत सारे it may sound little gender biased, but then we have a lot of women in our social system that they start their after getting married. There are a lot of perspectives are there. They're equipped, they're qualified, but they take a decision to be a family woman and a homemaker. And then when the children grow up, they think it is too late, or maybe we are too rusted. तो ये जर्नी आपके लिए भी बहुत आसान नहीं रही होगी। आपने भी जब सोचा होगा कि अब से हमें शुरुआत करनी है, तो it must have been quite challenging. So I would like my audience to know, how did how and why did you start your journey so late? And when you started it late, what were the challenges and how did you outgrew it?
Well, yes, as you rightly said, Mr. Amitabh, my journey into a career was quite late by the standard means, because many of them try to take a voluntary retirement by that age when I started.
Right,
Okay, so the reason why I started late was, for me, it was that my family was my priority at that time. And I thought that the growing years of my children, which will never come back again, I wanted to be with them for
right,
everything that they wanted for me for, and
right,
be a part of it. So I was there as part of their life, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed my motherhood, and I believe that I'm able to enjoy my work so much because I had the time of my life enjoying my motherhood. So definitely, that enjoyment percolated into my career also.
right,
Initial apprehensions when I had was that people accepting me, because I knew they were all youngsters who were there in the field. But
right,
I have to be I'm very, very thankful to my family first and foremost, because it was their support.
Right.
So without the support of your family, you cannot do anything.
Right.
Because you have to have the right people in your life to tell you, to motivate you in
Right.
some way or the other. So I'm thankful to them first. And then, of course, to my principal who took my interview and then took me on. Because believe me, Amitabh, when I went to my son's school only, St. Vincent's High and Technical School. That was the first school where I
Okay.
joined in as a teacher.
Okay.
So when I went there, his principal took my interview, and I was pitched against a couple of stalwarts who were already experienced.
Okay. Okay.
I think there my age played to my advantage.
Okay.
Because I still remember when I was sitting in the staff room, trying to prepare for my interview. They made us, all the candidates, sit in one room.
Okay.
And they were calling one by one for the interview, for a class demo, sorry. So when I was preparing for that demo,
Right.
one of the teacher over there, a very senior teacher, she told me, do one thing, manage your class. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
See, they're saying you just manage your class, control your class.
Okay.
I think that from a teacher's point of view, and I was new, I was a fresher. So
Okay.
I didn't know what the expectations were as a teacher, from anybody. But she told me that one line, which I kept in my mind.
Right.
I went for a demo, and it was supposedly to be the naughtiest class that was given to all the teachers for a demo.
Okay.
Just to check that how well we can control them.
Okay. Okay.
They did for 5 minutes, and then they said, fine, thank you so much. Then I was called to the office, and the other formalities and everything was discussed, and I was there.
Okay.
I think age played an advantage over there, because and also being a mother of 4 children, I was able to.
I think your experience of motherhood was valued
That
by your
worked
then
for, yes,
principal.
that worked for me, absolutely. So that worked for me, because 4 different personalities in the house, if you could manage them, you can definitely manage the 25 or 30 odd in the classroom. So that played it to an advantage, and then that's how my career started. Of course, when I started, I was always very apprehensive about the fact that, yes, of my age, I was conscious about it, that I'm well past the age of what the others are, or maybe I'm almost double. Some of them were like as old as my eldest daughter when I joined in work. But they accepted me very well, and maybe the enthusiasm and the keenness of learning new things, which was alive in me. That is, I think, one reason that helped me. And second, I was a sports person when I was in school. I was my vice games captain. I was my games captain. So that sportsmanship, that teaches you. Sports teaches you never to give up without trying.
Very much so. Very much. It gives you that attitude.
Yes, that positive attitude of never say die, that kind of an attitude that was there. So I took it up as a challenge, and then thankfully, must count my blessings that everything fell in place, and then it was one step after the other.
That's fantastic. This brings me. I'm sure people who are viewing us right now live, or even those who will view us thereafter, they would like to know that what was one. पहली बात तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज यही होता है कि आर ओन फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड इतने सालों तक आपने प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में नहीं गए तो एक माइंडसेट एक एटीट्यूड होता है कैसे होंगी चीजें हाउ डिड यू overcome that mindset and did you face any difficulty in overcoming that?
Initially, it was a bit of a challenge, because getting into a routine kind of a disciplined pattern of life, which was very new to me.
Right.
But I think that routine, as I say, once again, I'll repeat, it may sound as a same recording, being played again and again.
Right.
But I think, managing, like, the routine was already set for me.
Okay.
Maybe if I had to go into another domain as a corporate office, it would have been difficult for me to adjust initially. But because it was a school, so I was up in the morning preparing breakfast for my children, getting them ready for the school.
Right.
So that routine part was it. But of course, yes, in the school, my principal was very supportive. My teachers were very supportive, and knowing that I was a fresher, they went extra length to help me.
So you got a very supportive environment.
Very supportive environment. That's what I say. I count my blessings. And they say that everything has a right time to happen. The opportune time to comes in, when you have to do something. And I think all the stars fell in place and everything worked out very well. But of course, one thing is there, that the only thing that kept me going was that I believed in myself. I believed in myself,
right.
and never stopped short of the effort and the hard work that required initially for
I
me
think
to
that's
make a place for myself, in the school. Because it was only with that the principal also of the school recognized that I had some innate qualities which I was not aware of since
right.
I was a fresher. But those
Right.
qualities were brought out by the principals, and that was only because I was willing to walk that extra mile. So that is very important, believing in yourself and willing to put in more than your 100% when anything is assigned to you, especially if you want to prove yourself.
I think that is a very, very important message that you have shared. And I would like to emphasize for our viewers what I could make out from your journey so far, what you shared. I think you are living that old proverb where there is a will, there is a way, and you did find a
Definitely.
way to take your journey forward. And what you said just now, there are two things which are very important, as said by you. Your belief in self that I can, and your willingness to put in the necessary effort more than 100%. Because when you're working in a time zone which is where everything is not in your favor, you have to go that extra mile to work on it. And
Definitely.
you're very
True.
clear on that. So thank you
True.
for sharing this profound experience with my audience here. Now, this brings me, I would like to know a little more about your, right now, your children and your family. I mean, are you all staying together, or they all are at different places, and where are they?
My friends tease me that yours is truly an international, global family,
Okay,
because I am in Abu Dhabi.
okay,
My eldest daughter, she is married and settled in Sheffield, UK.
okay,
And my second daughter, she is in Dubai, working with the
okay,
Emirates.
okay,
My third daughter, she is in Hyderabad now because her base is Hyderabad. She's working in Indigo.
okay,
And
okay,
my son, who's working with the Marriott Group of Hotels, the Western brand, he's in Calcutta, and my husband is in Calcutta.
okay.
So we are all at different places, three of them in India,
Eh,
two in UAE, and one in UK. So that's
this
how my
this
family
is
is.
very, very intriguing, and I'm sure right now, and during this lockdown period, there are a lot of families who have similar situation where children are staying away. They couldn't come back during because lockdown was suddenly announced, and so a lot of people must be having their own ways of coping up with the situation, and a lot of people must be having anxious moments also. So I would like to know that how are you managing this, everyone being at different places during these times,
See, of course, the concern is there, the health concern is there.
right?
But apart from that, like we have been living in this kind of a lifestyle for the past 5 to 6 years.
Okay,
So it has been a way of life for us.
okay,
So it apart from the health concerns that are there prevalent right now and the precautionary measures that have to be taken,
right,
it has been a connected. We have been connected with each other. Earlier, it was on WhatsApp,
okay,
video calling, but now it has become more often like every alternate day through Zoom, the
okay,
platform.
okay.
So we are there, and just this month we celebrated two birthdays, having a
Okay,
party with
all
all
right,
everything going on. So I think technology has brought around the world so close and interconnected,
all right,
uh, that you don't feel that you're far away.
okay. So, because
The time is
communication is
there.
constant.
Pardon?
Because communication is constant.
Communication is constant. Every day there is a WhatsApp, chats are there, messages are there every day on a regular basis.
Right.
Sometimes, it happens that people feel that it's too much, but I feel that no matter what, a hi, a hello, just knows that, okay, fine, everybody is fine.
Okay. Okay.
That one connectivity is very important. That one communication of a hello, have a good day,
Right.
and love you. That's more than enough, I think, for a family to know that yes, we are all there with each other there, right? And
Uh,
right now, of course, the health concerns, so we do keep touch more often. If anybody is going out, we do tell that please let us know if you're going out for any reason,
right.
and avoid going out. And if you're going out, do let us know where you're going, So at least we are in touch that, okay, we know the whereabouts of where the person is, where the family members are when they are there.
And I would say that stay connected, communication is always there, so it's not difficult, and remain educated, and don't get into unnecessary bravado and trying to
Definitely.
get little adventurous. Uh, in a lighter vein, we are saying that इस समय theories are changing. पहले हम लोग कहते थे जो डर गया समझो मर गया, but I think in today's time it is जो डर गया समझो बच गया. And I think this is one of the WhatsApp messages which is very profound, and I think we all should be, as long as our family members are following it, all will be fine. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's what I say. The irony of this situation is that the whole world has gone apart to stay together.
I beautifully said. The whole world has gone apart to stay together.
To stay together.
That is
because these moments of separation is what is going to bring us together forever after. Absolutely. As long as we are there. So that's what we keep reinforcing. And this just brings to my mind, another initiative taken by the government. They have Mohammed bin Zayed University over here.
Right.
So they have come up with certifications for COVID-19 so that you can do those courses. It's an online short course, and you keep yourself updated and abreast of the do's and don'ts, etc.
Right. Right.
So we have even encouraged our teachers to take up those courses. Absolutely. So that they can pass on that messages to the teachers, our students to take it also, so that they are aware. So that awareness is very important, and following them to the perfect T is very, very important.
Is extremely, extremely important.
Yes,
now,
very.
This brings me to your presence today in our studio gives me an opportunity to get perspective. You have taught in Indian context, and you also have taught in Abu Dhabi and in UAE. You have both the context and both the experience. So, what is the difference generally you see in the education pattern and there and here in India?
Okay, of course, nothing. Education in every way is superior always, because education is sharing of knowledge, and sharing of knowledge with anybody in any country is always best.
Right.
And I don't have to talk much about Indian education, because if you have a look at all the top CEOs of the global firms,
right,
they are all Indians.
That's very true.
That's right. Very true. So that speaks for itself. The base, a building is strong when the foundations are strong.
Right.
So they have had their foundations in India, education over there. Right. Then they have ventured abroad to the best of the universities, gathered that knowledge from there also, right. And they have managed to reach the positions where they are.
Absolutely.
So it is a combination of what is applicable, the education system in India, right, which I always believe has its own strengths.
Very true.
Because there are some areas in life where you need your memory also. Right. You need to recall also. You need to remember also.
Right. Right.
So that's where our system, I think, over there focuses more on that.
Right.
The same over here in UAE, what we do is we do not focus on the content. Right. It is more on the concept.
Okay.
And the application of the concept.
Okay.
And it's very heartening to see that, even CBSE is moving towards it, because if you see the question papers, right, they are changing more towards application based.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, even there is a big change that is happening.
Right.
So that is very, very nice that CBSE has come up with these kind of changes now that they are implementing. And right. Also, the AI that they have brought in now as one of right. the ancillary subjects, that's really very good and very heartening to know that, okay, they are moving with the pace of the world in, right. in the systems of education.
Right.
One thing that I prefer, which I have appreciated, in UAE, what we do is right. we have an annual inspection
right.
every year by the Ministry of Education. It's a right. board. So they come and they inspect for 5 days, depending on the number and the number of the students, etc. It varies between 3 to 5 days, you know.
Okay.
And when they are looking into education, they are not looking only into the studies.
All right.
They look into right from the infrastructure of the school, that how safe it is, conducive for the students,
Right.
to the progress, the teaching, the learning, the leadership,
Right.
the curriculum, that how well it is adapted, and
Right.
how it is helping the children prepare for the upcoming jobs and preparing them for their 21st century skills, so
Right.
that they are prepared for the unknown, because we don't know the kind of jobs that are going to be available in the next 20 years.
Very much
Some
so.
of
I
the
mean,
jobs,
how future is going to unfold, and
nobody has an idea, so we have to kindle that thinking skill in them. That is the most important thing, the critical
right.
thinking.
Right.
So, you know, when they come, the inspectors come and they look into all these aspects.
Okay.
The
Okay.
second is the emphasis on inclusion.
Okay.
Any child with special educational needs
Right.
and the gifted and talented,
Right.
there is a lot of focus on them.
Okay. Okay.
In daily education,
All right.
we need to prepare separate planning for them,
Okay.
because one size fits all doesn't stand good.
Right. Right.
Everyone has their own capability,
Right.
and some of them, they get bored because they are so gifted and talented in specific area. It is not only academics. When we
Right.
talk about the gifted and talented, it is not only about the academics. It
Right.
is also in any area it can be.
Right.
And we have to ensure that they are taken care of in that specific area, so that, you know, that their own creativity doesn't get killed.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is an important aspect of inspection. There is a complete department which we have. Even in India, we all have counselors.
Right.
So we
Right.
have a special educational need, and the counselor, or the people of determination, as we call them nowadays.
Right.
We don't
Right.
call them as special educational needs. We call them as people of determination.
Discrimination. Right.
So we do have a system for a special branch for them, and
Okay.
they are separately looked into it. Like, we have a counselor working full-fledged with them. The SENCO, the special educational need, also is there, and they take care of the specific lesson plans for them, how we
Okay.
can modify the curriculum to work for them, how we
Right.
can help the child come out with the best. So, you
Okay.
know, these two aspects are very good, because the inspection keeps us on our toes.
So it's a government intervention for ensuring the appropriate quality and
Yeah, the
appropriate. Yeah,
quality assurance is always there then.
always
So
there. Right.
it's always there, and that is something which is very nice, because at the end of the day, see, when we are in education, our focus is children.
Right. Right.
Anything that benefits them is good for them.
And I think that quality assurance and monitoring is very, very important, because that ensures appropriate standardization. And
Yes,
regarding inclusivity that you're talking about, is being given the necessary seriousness there. Even in India, government and CBSE is very much this is one of the major issues now in Indian education. Inclusivity is part and parcel,
part and
which is
parcel of it. Yes.
so which has come in a big way. And
Yeah.
so it's very heartening to know the kind of mechanism which is being followed in practice there. Now this brings me, I think it is just the right time to in these we are calling this particular series that we are having every alternate day during this lockdown time. We're calling it Staying Positive COVID series. I think it is just apt to bring your experience and exposure, that how this online training and the classes being taken, how are you working on the curriculum, and so is there any variation you are making? What is the step in the process? So maybe this experience can give some ideas to people who are listening to this uh, show at the moment.
Yes, we haven't made anything very specific, no specific changes for grade 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okay,
because we know that we have to prepare them for the board exams. So there is not
right,
much of a change that has happened over there. But
right,
1 to 8, yes, we have definitely modified and adapted them such that they are more activity based, which
okay,
children can do at home,
okay,
as long as that the concept is reinforced.
right. When you say activity based, can you just elaborate a bit on that?
See, we have we last year we started with our own school farm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right.
I'm just giving you one example of it. We
Right.
started our own farming. Children
Right.
were maintaining the farm. They would go there during the class and science. It was a science project. This was
Okay.
in alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals, which is 2030, the global
Okay.
goals which are there,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So based on that, like teaching our children how to be sustainable, because
Right.
that's all of we need to have our students prepared and as global citizens who think and work towards things which help them to make this world more sustainable.
Right.
So this was one initiative that we started in the school. So
Right.
now what we have told the grade 1 to 8 children is
Right.
small, in glasses, in pots, wherever possible, have
Okay.
a small farm in the house.
Okay. Okay. So you're
As a
giving them that project.
Yes, as a project work.
Right.
So y'all will be doing an observation, maintaining your science journal in that,
Okay.
and then you will write about it.
Okay.
So when
Okay.
you're writing about it, it's taking care of your English,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And then when you're going to do for the stats, if you want to think about the statistics,
Right.
what we have told the small children is you measure the plant. Like in 1 week, it has grown so much.
Okay.
2 weeks, it has
Okay.
grown so much.
Okay.
So we are integrating the multidisciplinaries of aspect of the subjects is taken care
Right.
of in that, and
Okay.
it becomes easier for the parents. And
Right.
it is not. We do follow, of course. Yes, sometimes we are following the new jargon that is there, the synchronous and the asynchronous learning.
Right. Right.
Synchronous is where it is a live session like this, where the
Mm-hmm.
teacher explains something, children involve themselves into a kind of a group discussion. By the way, to just inform you all that we are using the Microsoft Teams platform.
Okay. Okay.
So Microsoft provided us with the student login. So
Okay.
every child has a login ID.
Right.
So they are able to utilize the tools that are available on Microsoft Teams platform.
Okay.
So we have started using now the OneNote.
Okay.
The children are
Okay.
literally they can use that as
Okay.
a notebook.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, they can use it as a notebook.
Right.
So this way we are trying to manage and do things that are there. But of course, before this, we got our entire staff Microsoft certified,
Okay. Okay.
so that they are. This was
You
not
got it done for the lockdown period or
no no
before that
no.
itself?
It was like a premonition, I suppose, because we started it last September onwards.
Okay.
We were like the staff was told that you need to do it. It was at
Okay.
our own pace. So
Okay.
a handful who had not done it before this lockdown situation,
Right.
then
Right.
they hurried up and they also completed it.
Okay. Okay.
So the entire staff of our school, they are
Right.
Microsoft certified innovators.
Okay.
So they were well versed with technology, and it's a learning process.
It's a learning process.
It's a
Absolutely.
learning process. It's a new platform for us.
Right.
And though definitely it is not going to be the only platform and the only means of learning, but it will be an integral part of learning now, I think, going forward.
And I think just now the whole word has become one single school because everyone is learning a new way to cope
Yes,
up with the
obviously,
situation.
yes.
There's a huge learning taking place.
True,
And
true, true.
I think that is why people always say that God is the best teacher. He's decided to teach us a lesson. So,
I just phrase it in a different way. I say life is the best teacher.
life is the best teacher.
Life is the best teacher. It gives you a test, and then after that, you learn the lesson.
It's reminding me of the lines with which I have ended my launch episode. Some of few lines which are very close to my heart. सिखाती जिंदगी भी है
हाँ
और
जी.
सिखाता टीचर भी है. फर्क सिर्फ इतना है, टीचर सिखा के इम्तान लेता है और जिंदगी इम्तान लेके सिखाती है. और
True, very true.
शायद हम सब लोग उस इम्तिहान के दौर में हैं और पूरी दुनिया एक ऑनलाइन स्कूल बन चुकी है. एक एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग हम लोग एजुकेशन सेक्टर में वी हैव बीन टॉकिंग एंड emphasizing that make learning in classroom experiential. In the school we should go for experiential learning. I think right now is a perfect example. All of us are going through that experiential learning.
Yes, very true, very true. And what I like the best is, that every day after the classes are over, we have a meeting with the staff meeting with the teachers.
Right.
Okay, so when we have a staff meeting with the teachers,
Every day after the online classes they are conducting these days, you are having an online meeting with every teacher.
yes, we have it as a group meeting.
Right.
It is the staff meeting. It's a very short meeting, of course, just to get a feedback. Initially it was necessary because it was a new platform for the parents. Parents were very anxious that how are they going to manage it? Because see, we should not forget that even they have their own work to do at home. Even they are in the same mode, so they cannot afford to do that.
Right.
But so that is to get a feedback from the teachers that what were the hitches that they faced, any problem that any parent concern that came up to them. So we have that meeting, and it is wonderful to hear, like when we see teachers talking about the new thing that they experience and how wonderful it went with the class.
Right.
So it is really a learning experience where we all are learning from each other.
Now this brings me to an issue which India is a very huge nation, and even the populace is big, and we have some very developed places, and we also have remote areas as well where development is not at the same level. Now, so there are a lot of people in the teaching scenario are facing difficulty with children who are into the zones where connectivity at times is an issue. But is your school also facing these kind of challenges at times?
Touch wood, this did not happen over here. It is maybe because the country in which we live in, the connectivity is not an issue at all. And the
Okay.
couple of parents who did not have the kind of net facility at home, and it provided us with the devices so they could access the connectivity. Connectivity was not there. But on the same note, some of our children had gone for the spring break to India.
Okay.
So now they were not able to come back because of the lockdown.
Right.
But they are attending the classes online, and we have given them the freedom that if you are able to connect and attend the interactive class session that is happening, well
Okay.
and good. Otherwise, by the end of the day after school, the teachers mail whatever the videos, the subject tutorials, what is required to go to them. All
Right.
that is mailed to the parents so that at the convenience they can download it and then access it.
Now
So
this
that way we are making that kind of an adjustment for them.
it is a you're working on a model where they're given that extra time and a
Yes.
to work upon. Now this brings me to a very you know you a query in my mind. But before I ask that query, I would I could see that we have some people already viewing us, commenting on. We have Shakespeare Star, Nikita Irani, Swati Malhotra, Suman Pan. So there are people joining in. Meena Khetan, Devish. There are people joining in, viewing us live right now. Uh, and I would like to encourage that if anyone has any question that you would like to ask from our guest, Anita Singh ji, feel free to type it in the chat box so that we can take those questions also during the course of our interaction. But then to trigger a thought which came to my mind right now, you said that every day after the session, you have uh, your heads are having a meeting with all the teachers. So
Yes.
you must be doing your own evaluation and analysis of that. What is the effectiveness of this online teaching as against the regular classes when the lockdown was not there? So what is the kind of here the schools that we are managing? We are running many schools for clients. We've set up schools as my primary body. HLS India is looking into it. So we have an experience of what the feeling and the response is here. I would like to know that what kind of perspective you people are having there, that whether you're finding it as effective, more effective, less effective.
I wouldn't say more effective, of course, but
Right.
yes, um, a little lesser effective than the regular class,
Okay.
nonetheless.
Okay.
One, why? Because the teacher cannot see the students.
Right. Right.
So sometimes it's like you're talking to a blank tile.
Right.
You can say AS, you are seeing only AS on the screen.
Right. Right.
Or I'll see maybe, Mr. Amitabh, so I'll see your name there. Only your name is
Right.
flashing. I don't
Right.
see you as a person.
Okay.
So that personal, that connect which is there, that is missing.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, every day on an average, I go around to all the classrooms. I try to go to around 20 classes to 25 classes every day for 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So it's like a walkthrough
Okay. Okay.
where I go into the class, I join the class silently,
Right.
without my video on, without my audio on, so that I
Okay.
don't disturb the teacher.
Right.
And initially, in the first week, this did happen that, the parents were getting a little uh, exuberant, I must say, because
Okay.
for the first time they were getting involved in their child's study.
Right.
Okay. And since they had an opportunity of talking to the teacher
Right.
right there, right in front of them, so they take, they get a little carried away. So
Right.
that's when then I just intervene. I put my video on,
Okay.
and then I switch on, and then I just tell the teacher very calmly, okay,
Right.
fine, Miss Teresa, whoever it is, I'll
Right.
take it up, and then I talk to the parent.
Okay.
So there's a drastic shift from the attitude of talking the moment they see that it's a senior leadership member there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it is not more than what it was in the regular class.
Right.
I wouldn't say it is as good as that.
Right.
Maybe around 10 to 20% less, because that personal, that emotional touch which is there, that is missing.
That is missing. Yes.
That is missing because we can see, but what you can see online and what you see in person is two different things.
Very true. Very
And
true.
seeing all the 40, all the 20 children, the faces at the same time, and seeing only four at a time on a screen, it's a very
Right.
different feeling. So that is there.
In fact, this brings me to a question that in some of my previous episode, also similar kind of issues have come up, and audience was very keen to know as well. That is online going to be the new normal for the education sector? From what you are saying, I could see sense that it is something which we are using right now, but it cannot become the future of education.
See, yeah, it will not be.
Okay,
It cannot be,
okay, okay,
because right now, in my interaction with the children, one thing has stood common right from KG to grade 12.
right.
Ma'am, when are we going to come back to school?
Right.
That is a question that has been asked by a kindergartner to a 12th standard grade student. Because
Okay.
they're saying, okay, ma'am, we are fine. Our studies are going on.
Right.
But we want to be in school. The way
That
we talk,
social element is
that
getting
social element is totally missing.
right,
So this
right,
cannot be the future. Yes, it will be an integral part of it.
right, right,
It will be an integral part of education going forward.
right.
This is a situation which has created this kind of a necessity so that children do not get into any kind of, you know, uh, backlog with
Right.
regards to their education.
Yeah, I think the
Nobody
curriculum
was
will get
prepared for it.
completed. Yeah, syllabus will get completed, but then there are so many other things which the direct personal experience can give will be missing.
See, education, if a person has to complete syllabus only, then they can do homeschooling.
Right.
For that, they don't have to come to school.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But a child is sent to school because there is more to the books, more than
Right.
the books, which is the element which a school adds on to a child's life.
Right. Right.
Learning the social skills, the emotional skills.
Right.
All these things are possible only when they are there in person, interacting with people.
So true.
You know, and if we go by it, you're a psychologist, right? So
Absolutely.
you will be able to put more light on it. But
Right.
from what I read, what I have read so far, in the papers, in any other books or etc., children of this generation, they are going more into gadgets. They're missing out on the social element. They
Right.
don't, their social skills are going haywire. You put two students in a class and ask them to have a conversation for 1 hour, they will
Right.
definitely end up with an argument,
Okay. You have a point. You have a point.
right?
Yeah.
But of course, yes, and that is where the school pitches in, because the school teaches you how to control your emotions, how to accept others the way they are, and how to
Right.
respect each other's uniqueness.
This also, what you said just now, brings me to a query that your children are spending a lot more time on the gadgets and they are getting addicted to it. Is what the challenge is. Will this lockdown increase the problem?
See,
Because right now at home, everyone is only with gadget. Even you and I, as educators, are saying that it's online class. Pick up your gadget and be with us.
that is the reason why when we were scheduling the classes,
Right.
ensured that we told the parents that we had a parent orientation before the classes started, and
Right.
we told them, you know, like life throws things which you least expect at the unexpected times.
Right.
I said we came out with a policy that mobiles are not allowed in school.
Right.
If you need to bring, you have to do this.
Yeah. Right.
We are the ones who are telling that please log on to the devices and start,
Absolutely. It's a
right?
paradox, total paradox.
Paradox. It's a total paradox.
Yeah.
So, but what we have done is that after every 40 minutes time,
Right.
we have given a break of 15 minutes.
Right.
And it's standing instruction to the parents that
Right.
15 minutes the child has to ensure that the child closes the eyes
Right.
and relaxes for 10 minutes,
Right.
takes a walk in the room for 5 minutes,
Right.
and then comes back to the seat. Because the health concern is a concern. And then
Correct.
there are parents also that who have raised a concern that it's difficult for a child to sit down. It's not a hard and fast rule, as I told you. We are
Right.
following both the methods: the
Right.
synchronous, where there is an interactive session happening, and the asynchronous, where we supply the material, the resource material to the parents, and then
Right.
the child can do at their own pace, at their convenient time.
Right.
But children being children, they are enthusiastic because that's the only time when they can interact with their parent, with their friends on the chat box.
On the chat box. Yes.
So, they don't like to. In fact, it's very difficult to get them off the device during the break time. We literally have to tell them, leave the meeting and go now. Please leave.
I was just listening to you. This a naughty thought was coming to my mind that how about at this point of time organizing a value ed class for the children online and telling them use less of the gadgets.
Of
So,
course, yes.
I
We
think
also take care of the children, with the counseling session. So
right,
we had 1 week, every class had one counseling session.
right,
So the counselor would go to the child to the class,
right,
and then the children could express whatever they wanted to talk about.
which is wonderful.
So it took care of their need also, because when we started that in the second week we started it. So
Right.
when we started it, children were so happy that,
That's
like, they wanted that for the next week. They were more than keen, to come and
right,
join that
right,
specific
right.
room for that particular class, because they knew that, okay, this is one place where we can just do whatever we want to do, like regular chat with the friends, chat with the teacher, nothing to do with curriculum, nothing to do with academics.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I could see in our people who are there with us, there is a observation. So true, the feel of being there is missing, but at the same time, involvement of parent is also increasing, which involvement was missing earlier. I guess isn't that very good? There's a query put in that. On one side, we are saying that school connect is a little less, but given the lockdown situation, the kids are spending more time with the family and parents, and the parents' involvement with the child is growing given the situation we are in. So, is it that a good that is taking place right now?
The good and the bad, every coin has two sides.
Right,
And this is the good and the bad. Just an my class experience.
right,
I substituted for one of the classes for model science.
okay,
So I was talking to the children,
Right.
and I was just asking them the same question. Ki, what do you feel is good, and
Right.
what do you feel is not so good that has happened because of this?
Right.
So they came up with the not so good also, and then the children also came up with this thought,
Right.
you know,
Right.
that we are
Right.
able to spend more time with our mom and dad
Right. Right.
because we were spending 5 to 6 hours in school.
Right.
So that time also we are able to spend with our family. And I
Spend
think
with the
that that
family.
bonding is happening. Parents are getting to know. But of
Right.
course, it is there that everybody's spending like family time. The me time and the family time has increased a lot.
Has increased a
That
lot.
is one thing that is really good about this. That is there. And I think that should keep us all motivated, that okay, fine, we are missing out on something,
Right.
but then there is something which is more enjoyable. And
Something
we
which is more enjoyable.
can make the most of it.
And I think I would just put it with an additional perspective. Like we are saying, online methodology is going to be integrated with the education process in times to come. Uh, the query which has been raised by our viewer just now about parent involvement, I think we are very optimistic that correction that is taking place and better parent involvement also is going to be integrated into the schooling process, and that's going to be a boon in disguise in the times to come when the lockdown is going to open.
I
Just yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
please.
just like to add over there that I think now the respect that a teacher gets
Right,
is going to increase hundredfolds
right, right,
because
right,
parents now when they are there
right,
during the entire process of the classes happening,
right,
they are finding it difficult. And after 1 week, when we had our feedback session with the parents,
right,
every parent had the same thing to say about the teachers, that hats off to them,
right.
that they are able to manage the children so well. And we raise complaints that why this has not been done or why my child was told this. They
Right,
said
right.
we can imagine, the kind of patience that a teacher must be having,
And
that she's able to handle them so well.
absolutely. And I think this is just the time when teachers will also be on their toes because parent involvement with the child academic is to the maximum because they have all the time to review. So teachers cannot, teachers have to be on their alert all the
Yeah,
time,
that is there.
upgrade their skills and be there. As you quite rightly earlier pointed out, training is very, very important. Self-training by teachers on the subjects and of course, whatever the school and the government is doing. We have Vinod Srivastava saying that nowadays students used to say हम teachers की class में mobile uh, ले लेते हैं. They teachers become more smart. They brought the class on mobile. So,
Mobile. Oh, very true.
so which is a very interesting statement made.
In our
We
initial orientation, we had told that to the parents, that earlier the children were coming to the parents, to the school. Now we
right.
have brought the school to the children.
Right, right. And I think we have Charu Mani. She was I think she's the our
I know
guest. But
Charu.
she's also
Yeah,
there with us right now, and she is she's saying that we educators have to take care of digital well-being of children because we
yes.
have to have a method developed for digital well-being of the children.
True, very
I
true.
think
And not
that's
only
very
the students, I would like to add that we have to take care of our staff too, because
right.
they are working, I think, extra now.
Absolutely,
I may
absolutely.
find that it is very easy, but it isn't easy. It is not an easy job now talking and taking a class online. And that
True.
too, and that is the reason why those breaks were all given, so that it benefits both the children and the staff. And it is all the more reasons. Mr. Amitabh, I would just like to add over here, when we have the staff meeting, it is
Yeah.
not only to know about the concerns, but also to praise our teachers whose classes were excellent. So
Absolutely.
this keeps them going. This is that small little motivation at this point of time,
Right.
because everybody is going through a very difficult phase in their own aspect, because
Absolutely.
teachers also have their own children to look after.
Right. In fact, one of the client school that we are running for clients in India, we have integrated a method of teacher rating by the student at every week. And it's a
Okay.
so the students are rating and that rating is coming to everyone, and generally the ratings are high and that gives the feedback and the motivation We are not giving only the highest of the ratings are made public to the teachers. So those who are doing the best is they get to know that
Get to know that
they are being
true,
appreciated and valued,
true,
which
very important.
motivates others to come up to the same level as well.
Same level. True, very true. That is why whatever, like when I go through my observation, like my walkthroughs in the class, online virtual walkthroughs, I make a note of what went well in the class.
Right,
So
right.
I definitely mention that with the name, that in this class, this teacher. So you know that others also then try to raise their bar,
Raise their bar. Absolutely.
and at the same time, the teacher who's done well feels motivated that it is being appreciated.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
in the front of the entire staff. So it motivates them to do and keep striving to do the best. You know, that is what it is.
And now this brings me the issue of digital well-being. I think that is something which is another very important issue that parents, teachers, and schools have to look into because of the online exposure and experience that kids are getting at the moment. So I would what advice you would like to give to parents for ensuring parents and even teachers that what they can do to ensure digital well-being of children.
See, first and foremost, we teachers have to be told that they need to draw a boundary that okay, this is my work time, this is my family time. That's very important.
Right,
Okay. I know that today maybe it asks them for a little more extra time, but that demarcation should be there.
right, right,
And similarly, when we had our orientation, we conveyed the same message to our parents
right,
that we do appreciate
right,
that your queries are important, you are important, your child's education is important, but at the same time, our staff well being is also important for us, and you have to respect their family time and their family time and the privacy for at all times. So do not disturb unless it is emergent, unless it's an emergency after 5 p.m.
right,
So that 5 p.m. onwards, and similarly, we tell our staff also the same thing that do not send any late mails. Whatever you need to do, finish it
right.
up, wind it up before closing box.
Absolutely.
So you know that you don't have to look into it. If
Right,
there is an emergency, a WhatsApp message will definitely come to you for you to
right,
check. But other than that, after 5, try sending or doing anything that is related to, because we finish with the classes at 12.
right,
Sorry, 2. We finish our
right.
classes at 2.
Okay.
So from 2 to 5, you have 3 hours time.
Right,
You can send the mails that you need to send by 2:30. Before 2:30, from
right,
2:30, you have your meeting with the senior leadership team.
right,
After half an hour, 1 hour, if there's anything still pending, finish it up.
right,
And we ask, the teachers are very well aware of what they're going to be doing for the next week because we send a weekly plan to the parents every week. So
right.
parents are aware that, okay, this is what is going to be taught in this coming week.
Okay,
So the
okay.
teacher has a weekend to prepare for those classes.
Fantastic.
You know, so the parents are aware that this is what it is, and if they need to prepare something for the children, they can do it over the weekend.
They know what to expect, and that is what
Yeah,
is delivered.
yes, you know, so they know what is going to be delivered, and teachers know what to deliver.
Right.
And that preparation can be done over the weekend so that, you know, that evening time when it is a family time does not get compromised.
Absolutely. And this what I could make out from what you shared, it's very important to schedule yourself to have a routine plan for yourself. You
And
have different
yes,
and
true.
compartmentalize different aspect of the work in your different zones of time and stick to that. And same thing for the parents. You should have a start time and the stop time for various activities that the
True.
children are indulging the whole day. Because when
Yes.
there is a plan and a start time and a stop time plan, they also know where to stop and when to start because that
Yes.
is going to be very, very important for them to work on. Anita ji, it's really a pleasure having you. वक्त कब गुजर गया पता भी नहीं चला talking to you. It's already an hour that we have been
Oh my
interacting,
God.
and so I, I think almost every episode I'm using the same lines that all good things have to come to an end. I wish
Definitely.
that we had not committed ourselves only till 5 to our audience. We would have gone on and on. Thank you so much. It's been a great learning experience having you here with us on our show.
The pleasure was all mine, Mr. Amitabh. And I want to just convey one message to the audience: believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you.
Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you. And with the belief that you are going to be connecting with us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday in this Staying Positive COVID-19 series. That is our promise to you, that we are going to bring a personality who has an impact on society, education, and awareness. And today we were very, very pleased and benefited to have Anita ji straight from Abu Dhabi connecting to us, our first overseas guest. In our next episode, we are going to have another wonderful guest. हम आपको लेके चलेंगे, आपको रूबरू कराएंगे, अबू धाबी से सीधे हम लेकर के आएंगे आपको ज्ञान की ज्ञान की उस भूमि पर जहां पर गौतम बुद्ध जी को भी बोध ज्ञान हुआ था. And so we are going to take you straight to Gaya in our next episode, and we are going to have a amazing guest, an entrepreneur, a young edupreneur who has started various schools in last few years, and he has also set up Delhi Public School Gaya, which is doing an extremely well. The pro vice chairman of Delhi Public School Gaya, Sanjeev Kumarji, is going to be our guest in our next episode on 4th of May.
That's wonderful. I'll definitely join you there.
We look forward to having you here with us that day, because he's going to be an amazing communicator.
Thank you everyone for this wonderful opportunity. Stay safe. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself to take care of others also.
Right. Thank you so much, Anita ji. And friends, stay tuned to the School Times and keep watching Ed Talks with Amitabh. जैसा हमने वायदा किया है, हम अपने अगले एपिसोड में फिर एक बार एक शख्सियत से आपको रूबरू कराएंगे, जिससे हमको कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा और पॉजिटिव रहने का इंस्पिरेशन मिलेगा. Till then, thank you so much. God bless. Stay home and stay safe.